Wednesday, and welcome back to another episode of Wild Women Wet Shaving. It's your girl Erica, and I'm here at my cousin's house in St. Catharines, and we are going to be talking about slant bar safety razors. So I know a lot of you women are thinking, like, why on earth would I ever want to use a slant bar? What the heck is a slant bar, and why is it useful to me? For the most part, slant bar razors are something that I would normally recommend a gentleman use if he finds he has very sensitive skin and very coarse facial hair, or the opposite, where he has really soft facial hair but really coarse skin. Hold on, give me a second, my tea's ready. So while I'm pouring my tea, you are going to go into the little section below here and like the video. Give me a minute. Alright, so now that I have my tea, and now that you've gone ahead and liked the video in the bottom, ooh, hot, we are gonna get on with Wild Women Wet Shaving. So this, ladies, is a slant bar. So very similar to the regular safety razor that I've been showing you for the last couple of months.
Don't let the dogs out. If they're scratching at the door, just yell at them.
Okay. So this is a slant bar razor. And very similar to your regular safety razors, it will shave you all the same, it just looks a little different. So if you are looking at the handle, it is not lopsided, for those of you who think it's a lopsided razor, or the fact that somebody just didn't correctly put the razor in. So essentially it will fall like a guillotine. That sounds really vicious and violent, but you'll understand as we go along. So this is the Merkur 37001 safety razor. It also comes in a longer handled version as well, but personally I like the short handled version of the razor. It is a 2-piece opening razor. Put the razor blade in here, close this section, and then keep tightening until the razor is closed, snug, but not overly tight. It will cut the hair in a way that it makes it more aggressive for the hair, but not overly aggressive on the shaver. So if you tend to have sensitive skin and really coarse facial hair, or opposite, where you have really soft facial hair and really coarse skin, then a slant bar razor is excellent for you. Why am I telling you ladies to try a slant bar razor? I genuinely believe that every woman should try and actually own more than one style of safety razor. You may go out all day hanging out with your girls at the beach, you come home and you find out that you have burnt your legs. I know that never happens, or is a very rare thing, but you still need to shave. You want something that will cut through your body hair without being aggressive against the skin, so I would suggest a slant bar. Gentlemen, same thing. You go out, you go to the beach all day, you come home and you want to shave your face, but shaving with a regular, either cartridge based or your regular safety razor with just the blank head, you may find that the shave itself could be a little bit more uncomfortable than what you want against your skin. So you would use your slant bar razor to give you that aggressive shave without the aggression against your skin. Personally, I'm a huge slant bar shaver. I genuinely enjoy using it. I actually use it a lot more on my armpits than I do on my legs, but I also don't have thick, coarse body hair on my legs. I have coarser hair in my armpits, and it tends to get through my armpit hair like a weed whacker. TMI, but I don't care. Also, Merkur is not the only company to produce slant bar razors. There's also a company called Maggard's Razors that produces a slant head. And the nice thing about just buying the head is if you like the handle of whatever other razor you own that is a 3-piece, you can just unscrew the 2 top pieces, put your slant bar head in, screw that on, and go ahead and keep shaving. That is the only downside to the 2-piece slant bar razor from Merkur, is that you are stuck with this particular razor always. It's not a bad thing at all. There's also another company called Icon Razors, and he also does a numerous amount of different style heads. So he even has open comb razors, slant bar razors. One half is open comb, the other half is closed, but we're not talking about that. Today, we are talking about slant bar razors. I think every woman should own at least 2 different varieties of safety razors, whether it be a closed comb and a slant bar, or a closed comb and an open, or a slant bar and a open comb. Either way, I feel every woman should own at least 2 different styles of safety razors so she can play around with the different ways you can actually shave your legs, and it also makes for a great experience. Would I suggest a slant bar razor for a first-time wet shaver? No. And here's why. When you first begin shaving with a safety razor, you have to reteach yourself how to hold the razor. Instead of using a regular cartridge where you just apply it to the skin and sort of drag the razor over and shave really quickly, with a slant bar you have to concentrate. So this section of the razor where you're seeing way more blade exposure, you are receiving more blade exposure. This side, not as much. However, you are still shaving evenly. When you are learning and reteaching yourself to shave, you want to have something that is the easiest way of learning to go from one to the next. So instead of buying yourself as a first-time car a Lamborghini, you may start out with a BMW, if that's what you can afford. You may start yourself out with a BMW, maybe get a 6-cylinder, move yourself up to an 8. If you feel like an 8 is a little bit too small, you might try something that's a little bit more powerful, similar to a safety razor. You start with a closed comb, then after you feel like you can really understand how the closed comb works, then you might get an adjustable, and then from an adjustable into a slant bar, or you might just throw yourself into a slant bar. But do understand that this is a more aggressive shave and shaver than what you are used to in your closed comb razor. Especially if you're a Parker user, this is going to bite you a little bit harder than what you're expecting. So baby step your way to a slant bar razor by all means, and then once you're there, you will understand that taking those small steps was a vital, vital, vital action in order to get the perfect shave every time. Anything else that I need to talk about? I don't really think so. Go ahead in the comment section below and tell me about the first time you ever shaved with a slant bar razor. I remember my first time, and I nicked myself a couple of times, but I also feel that the razor blade I was using in my slant bar was too aggressive for what I tend to shave. In the comment section below, tell me about your first time using a slant bar. Tell me about which razors you tend to find work best with the slant bar, the shave, and your skin and the hair. Also, I want you to go into the comment section below and I want you to tag somebody who has never seen a Wild Women wet shaving video. So for all 48 of you people who have seen my last shave video in Puerto Rico, only 11 of you liked the video, which is not good statistics. So go ahead into the section below, like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, please send the video on to your friends, your family, people who shave in your life. If you know a gentleman who used to shave all the time and now that beards are a fad, he no longer shaves, it's usually because he didn't actually enjoy shaving. This will change his mind because personally, I don't like facial hair. I really don't. I would rather my man be clean shaven, great smelling shaving soap, a nice aftershave, mais c'est juste moi. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Wild Women Wet Shaving. It has been an absolute pleasure being your coach, your teacher, your friend. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for commenting. You do realize how much I appreciate you. It's like a 10 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10, because if you like the video more often, it would be a solid 10 out of 10. Anyway, thank you so much for watching Wild Women Wet Shaving, and I will see you next Thursday.